Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's turn this music down a little bit. Hope the stream's okay. Hold on, let me go to what I need to go to. Cool. Here you G. Number 3 pick incoming. Dude, wouldn't it be sick if we got like the 7th? I'll be so angry. Not sick in a good way. Sick at it as in like disgusting. Disgusting situation. Jeez. But yeah. What's up, Jeremy? Pete, Anthony, Jamari, Kingo. What's up? Is this live or a replay? This is live. What? This is live. What are we talking about? This is live. It might have been on a replay because I had I think the Derek White thing playing. Is he? Bro, I love my Spurs, but honestly, I don't think we get in 1 or 2, and a lot of people are going to be upset. You never know. Look, we got just as good a shot as just about anybody, right? Like, we're going to be, like, top 3 worst. More than likely, I think the Spurs are going to be the 2nd worst in the league. That's what I think the reality of this is. I think we'll be the 2nd worst. But yeah, probably 2. Yeah, I think we'll be the 2nd worst. As far as like our chances or whatnot, let's see. I'll bring it up. NBA draft lottery tankathon. Wait, this is what I'm looking for. Not mock draft. What is it? What would it be called? There's a specific one that I like to look at. I'm trying to remember what should I type in? What, it wouldn't be mock draft, and it's not this one. This isn't what I'm looking for. There's another one. Oh wait. Maybe if I add odds to it. What is with my computer where like when I click things, it takes longer than it used to. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Just do odds. Come on. See what I'm saying? Look at this. I have a decent computer too. I mean, I built it. Come on. See what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Yeah, so yeah, this is where I'll be sick if we're 3rd. Like, we gotta at least be able to get top 6. At least. Like, make me 2. Because isn't that what happened to the Trailblazers? Weren't the Trailblazers somewhere in this range and they landed on 7? They were so upset. Oh, they did. That's a topic right there. I didn't even have that as a topic to talk about, but they did do that. If I can bring it up. Wait, wasn't it on South? Do with that. I can't even go to my Instagram. All right, hold on. It's okay. Which is insane, by the way. Here it is. Insane. We'll talk about that in a minute. Rudy Seafood. They had a lot of people on there, don't they? How do they even have? How does he even have any room to do anymore? That's what I want to know. What? Defrag, optimize drive, and disk cleanup to help fix your PC. Okay, I'm writing that down. right, what did you say? You said defrag, optimize, drive, and disk clean up. All right, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I've taken a pic there. The artist is dope. Yeah, I've talked to him in DMs before. He seems really cool. Shoot, that's something to talk. Shoot, you guys want to talk about it? That's kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty wild. This is wild. I was not expecting to see this at all. So yeah, so just like we were talking about in the chat, San Antonio Spurs, we have a fan here, which obviously it's Soup Laws, and he always does this. You guys said it's outside of Rudy's Seafood, is that right? Or Ruby's Seafood. I'm not from San Antonio, so I don't know, but literally did a mural of Wembanyama. And I know everyone's kind of coming out and saying like, oh, we're gonna jinx it, like stuff like this isn't good, guys. Look, we got just as good a chance as anybody to get him. As of right now, like I said, I don't want us to be third worst. I want us to at least be second worst, so we can at least get a 6th overall pick. I will feel so sick, dude, if we landed on 7. We have a 7% chance at 7 and we land there. But yeah, I think 1 or 2 is the best bet. But I don't know if we're going to be able to catch up to Detroit. But I do love this. I love the hope that we have. I'm really, like, some people have said that the draft is rigged. I don't believe that. But just in the slim chance that it is, I think we deserve it, okay? I think the San Antonio Spurs deserve it at this point. I mean, we always do things the right way. I know your boy Adam Silver doesn't necessarily like us because we sat players, but hey, we always do things the right way. I think we deserve it. But this is absolutely wild. And he put Wembanyama all over it. I mean, this is really nice. That's a really good mural. But geez, man, I don't know. But I don't want to end up like the Portland Trailblazers, where they freaking had pretty decent chances, and then I think they landed right at 7 or something like that last season. But hold on, before we get out, because this is like really quick segment, but I do want to see the standings, because I don't think we'll be able to catch up to Detroit. They're 16-57 right now, as of this live stream, and we're 19-53. I don't know, man. I don't see Pistons winning that many, nor do we even play against them. So we don't have any more games, like any games against the Pistons coming up. So we're screwed there. Luckily, the rest of the games that we have are pretty doggone tough. I mean, right now we're going against the Bucks, but then you got the Wizards, decent. Celtics, Jazz, Warriors, Kings. I don't expect us to win any of these. Probably the Trailblazers we can win, just because their defense is so bad. But if we go over to the Pistons, let's see what theirs look like. They got the Hawks, or they just lost to the Hawks actually. You see Raptors, Bucks, Thunder. Okay, that's one that's winnable. Rockets is one that's winnable, and they're going to try to outdo each other to lose. Magic is winnable. Heat, I don't know. Nets, I don't know. Pacers, I don't think so. Bulls might be winnable. So, I mean, even yet and still, let's say they win 3. If they win 3, they would be 17, 18, 19. They'll have 19 wins. We literally can't win again. I think we did a video on this before, and I've said this, but we literally can't win. I said this a few weeks ago, and the Spurs still managed to win like a game or two. We can't win games. I do like this team. I like the tenacity that they're showing, but we can't win any more games. We're not in a position to win any more games. If we want to be the worst in the NBA, we can't win anymore. Yeah, we just can't win anymore. But yeah, anyways, look, I think that's pretty cool. Love Wembanyama. I think he's gonna be a phenomenal talent. I think the hype is real. But yeah, I do like this. I think it's set in stone, to be honest. We'll have a close chance for second worst, but I think the Pistons have it. Yeah, Pistons have that first. I don't see how. I mean, Pistons would have to win some highly losable game, and they're not gonna try to. They're not winning. I don't even know if the Pistons gonna win any more games. We would have to lose out, and the Pistons would have to win about 4 games. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't even remember going against the Pistons. When we went against the Pistons, and they did beat us. So I don't know. When is this game that got postponed? Was this the one that was postponed? The Wizards? I guess so. Somehow we smacked the Nuggets. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're winning games we can't win. I know a lot of Spurs fans are happy that we beat the Hawks. And, like, don't get me wrong, if it feels good, but at the same time, it doesn't do anything for us. We went to double overtime when they beat us. We've been doing that a lot lately. Let's see. Then we went to overtime with the Grizzlies too. Overtime with the Mavericks. Wait, who did we go to double overtime with? I don't know. I don't know. Spurs have been really impressive, but yeah. Actually, speaking of being impressive. Speaking of being impressive, your boy, Mamu, right? Jeez Louise, man, this guy's going off. Like, I did a video on him already, so I guess we don't have to harp on it too much, but man, oh man, I really like, he is a diamond in the rough. Recently, I think that his teammate or his old coach, hold on, let's see, said something about him. Oh yeah, it was Bud. Said it was a tough decision to the Bucks to let Mamu go, but they knew it was the right thing for his career. He's a good player. I hope he is terrible tonight, and that's going against the Spurs. But generally, he is great, and we are great fans of the human. He is a great person. So you absolutely love that, okay? He is a Spur. Look, this is what comes down with me, all right? And I'm a very simple man, all right? I look at teams that have a high, huge Spurs influence on them, and then I say, all right, anybody that's with that team would also gel with the Spurs. And I really do believe that. That goes for Holiday, that goes for Middleton, that goes for Giannis. Anybody that comes through that program, I think they have basically the same mind state that the Spurs have, where you got to bring in the right type of guys that will buy into the system, and then you have a star in Giannis who's going to listen to what his coach says no matter what. All right, so it's not a lot of friction, not like what's going on over there in Atlanta right now, right, where Trey is just, I don't know, I don't think he's that great of a teammate. But yeah, so anybody that comes from the Bucks, I'm full on board with them coming to San Antonio. Now, with that being said, I just want to talk about this last game. So we talk, let's see, Mamu, Spurs. Didn't have it up. Hold on. It's a. Oh wait, guys. Wait a minute. I didn't know about this. What is this? He talked to Tom Petrini. What is this? We had Tom Petrini on the channel before. It's like I'm dreaming. Q&A with the Spurs big man. All right, before we look at stats, I want to look at this. Hold on. Any memorable quotes? Let's see. Thank you very much for sitting down with me. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, he's pronouncing his name. Mamu Kelashvili. Mamu Kelashvili. I'll get it now. Just two at a time. Yeah. It's not that hard. Not even that hard to spell. Yeah. Whatever. Get over. Yeah. All right, so this is what he has to say about the Spurs or San Antonio. It feels amazing, coming in here. I was very excited for the opportunity, super happy. I knew culture was so big in the city. On the team, it's so cultural. Coming into the gym every day, seeing those banners, this is not the first time. People say this a lot, don't they? Like rookies and like young players come to the Spurs, and that's like the first thing they say is like seeing the banners is what gets you. That's why it's so important for you to win championships, because I don't know, it just really inspires players to do better, and that's what they want to accomplish. It's like you have a responsibility to the city, to perform. I really like that. I just want to play hard and be a part of something big. Playing with the guys, they're so great, so positive, helpful, coaching staff, and I feel like them trusting me just makes me want to play hard and give it my best. And then let's see. What do you have to say here? So first of all, Bucks is an amazing organization as well. They're competing for a championship, a really veteran-heavy team. So my 2 years there, I feel like I learned so much about professionalism and how to be early, how to take care of my body and stuff. But at some point, it was so tough to play and get into a rhythm and just establish myself. Well, obviously, he wouldn't get in a lot of minutes. When I was coming down here and seeing them supporting me and being there for me, and the fans were have been happy for me that I'm in an organization where I'll get a chance. It meant a lot to me. I really went to the Bucks game with the same mentality, to be the best teammate, give 110% every night, and just be there for my teammates and do whatever was necessary for me. Coming down here and just getting the chance to play as a young kid, your dream of playing in the NBA. And the last 2 years, I didn't get that many chances. So I feel like every time I hear Coach Pop or somebody call my name to go in there, I fly in there. It's just an unbelievable feeling wearing a Spurs jersey. I feel like they were excited, but I was more excited to be here. God, I like him. God, I like him so much. All right. Okay. Let's look at the stats. That's what we came here for. I didn't know about this interview. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, let's scroll on down. It was the last game that stood out to me. Good God. All right. So this man had 20 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 for 3. So 100% at free throw line, 50% from the 3-point percentage, 3 for 6. And by the way, when you're a big man and you're knocking down threes, you're so deadly. You are so dangerous in the NBA. And then 7 for 14. And that's why Wemby will be great. But 7 for 14, 50% field goal percentage overall. Dude, he went off. He was a star of this last game. Even though, we got spanked. He was a star. But yeah, I just really like him, dude. I really like him. And I think that he gels very well with Jeremy Sohan when they are playing together. A very high IQ player. Very poised, makes the right type of plays. He doesn't try to force anything, plays within himself. But man, oh man, I think, and he hasn't gotten a ton of playing time prior. So I think that he's going to be I think he's going to be a pretty special player, a diamond in the rough, if you will. So I really like him, for real. Yeah. Wait, which part is dope? The fact that he wanted to play for San Antonio? Yeah. What's good? What's good, Ruru? Sohan is hard to watch lately. You think so? I thought he'd been fun. Well, first off, he's been out since the Grizzlies game. But before that, he had 20. I mean, this is a crazy great month. I don't know what you mean. I mean, crazy great month, especially from a guy that we weren't expecting to score a ton. Like even when he first got drafted and we went over him like in different videos and stuff before we got him, I was saying like he's the type of player that you probably aren't gonna like rely on him to score, but I will say he surpassed expectations But you said he's been hard to watch lately, but I don't see that. I mean, even in the stats there, 29 points, 19 points, 14 points, 22 points. And I mean, a couple of these poor, you know, percentages, but I mean, he went 11 for 19 versus Orlando. This team has no basketball IQ, no handles. We need a point guard. I feel like the Spurs, and it might just be me, but I feel like the Spurs play the right way. But I agree with you. We don't have any like ball handlers necessarily, like elite ball handlers. Man, I mean, we could say Jeremy Sohan might be the best ball handler that we have. So, I mean, we definitely need a star. I think that's all it comes down to. Just get a star. I wouldn't focus too much on needing an elite point guard or nothing like that. That's just me though. Rue said, did you get my super chat, Clan? Oh, the other night? Yeah, like what the heck, Rue? Yeah, I got it. I think I got it. Hopefully it went through. Yeah, I got it. I was like, good God. I said thank you. I saw it, and then I literally like turned the well, I didn't turn the stream back on. I had it on the other screen that showed that the stream was ending, and I saw that and I hopped back in. Yeah. No, I saw it. No, that was really cool. I said thank you. Like, no, I'll say it again. Thank you. That was like awesome. His layups and around the basket been good. His dribbling and shooting has been getting worse. He'll be okay. Oh, okay. I got you, bro. Those string bean players aren't durable. Can't name one. Are we talking about Wemby right now? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you talking about like skinny, tall players? The reason why Wembayama is tall and lanky. Well, the reason why Wembayama is special is because he's not even gonna have to take on a role like Bobo, you know, takes on a role. Like he's the type of player that he plays like KD. He'll be more of a Kevin Durant. I mean, I guess you can argue that Kevin Durant isn't like the best as far as staying healthy, but I think he's been healthy enough. I mean, he got some championships. But that's the type of role he'll play. He's not going to have to be like a back to the basket, traditional big man pounding on, you know, towards his body or nothing like he's not, he doesn't have to. He's different. That's what makes him special. Like he moves on the court like a guard. It's really weird. Shout out from Ireland. Thank you. Thanks, Carl. By the way, I didn't plug anything. I need to do more plugs. Clan the merch fan. So yeah. If you guys want to support Clan the merch fan, I'm thinking about doing another, not this specific one, but I got one in mind, a design in mind. But yeah, if you guys want to support, please do. Link in the description. Got a lot of stuff there. Lot of stuff. I'll just leave it up for a minute until we go into the next thing. Just scary being that tall, like Chet Holmgren. Well, yeah, but I think he'll be okay. How come you don't plug it anymore? Did people get mad? No, actually, well, very select people got like irritated. No, I actually like when I say I'm not plugging it, like it's irony. Like I actually don't care, you know. Like I have to. Like if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? Like I have to. Yeah, I genuinely don't care that they get upset about it. It's not like the whole video is that. Just skip over 10 seconds. All right, let's see. All right, let me bring something up. Oh crap, did I not have it? No, I got it up. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about something. Okay. All right, chat. All right, chat. We got to talk about something. All right. Your boy, Brandon Miller. Let's talk about him. All right. All right. Let's talk about it. Like Eminem and MGK. Let's talk about it. Listen. All right. So I've been seeing quite a bit of people, or quite a few people on Spurs Twitter saying that they don't want to take Brandon Miller. If we were to land number 2, it's Scoot easily. Like we even did a whole thing as far as like I did a poll and tried to see, hey, what's the guys that you would want if we landed at 2? Like everyone chose Scoot, right? And I understand that. Like I think he's gonna be a phenomenal player, but people are really calling out Brandon Miller or acting like it's not a big deal or whether or not we get him or not. But I think that people really need to like contextualize what's going on a little bit better, because I understand that all this drama doesn't sound good. Okay. I mean, you even have people coming out. I think Jordan Crawford coming out saying the Spurs definitely won't take Brandon Miller. Nope, not at all. And I think the Spurs are willing to take risk, but that's the thing. I don't even think Brandon Miller is that much of a risk. Like I was talking to my friend, you guys know Swish Hill, right? I was out having a conversation with him earlier, and he brought up a really good point. And he said that he believes that the Brandon Miller situation kind of reminds him a little bit of the Tyreke Evans situation. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Tyreke Evans eventually got in some trouble with, I think it was like drug stuff, as far as like trying to help his mobility, or what was it again? Do you guys know? Does anyone in the chat know? Please just let me know. Because I don't remember exactly what Tyreke Evans eventually got in trouble with. But if you guys don't remember, Tyreke Evans actually got involved in a shooting himself when he was in college. But funny thing about it is he didn't, like, he also didn't have much to do with it. So he was the driver in a drive-by shooting, but what actually happened was he didn't know a shooting was about to occur. His 16-year-old cousin was in the passenger seat, I believe. And he just told him to go to a address, or I think it might have been his aunt's house or something like that. And then he just pulled out a gun and started shooting. And I think that this case is way more damaging to a career, or damaging to a character, than it is Brandon Miller's situation. But it was the same thing. He had no idea about it at all. I mean, he even almost hit a fire hydrant driving off. Like, he had no idea that was going to happen. And by the way, if you guys are curious, the 16-year-old cousin, he's currently serving like 20 years in jail. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, it's kind of similar, because it seems like with the whole Brandon Miller situation, he didn't know either. At least that's what's coming out. So this is a clip, and I didn't watch this yet, but I just thought it'd be interesting to listen to it. This is a clip from the news. Is it Fox News? I think it's Fox News. Talking a little bit about it. So let's see, or a local channel, Fox. Let me turn this up. All right, let's see what they got to say.
Brandon Miller's attorney says he didn't see it or handle it. Our Lauren Harkson is breaking down the attorney's timeline of events. She has more details. Lauren?
That's right, guys. And just as a reminder, police say they are not charging Brandon Miller. His attorney, Jim Standridge, says they believe the gun was actually hidden under clothes in his back seat.
A shooting on Sunday, January 15th, leading to the death of Jamia Jonay Harris. Jim Standridge, the attorney for UA basketball player Brandon Miller, says after a game on Saturday, January 14th, Miller drove former UA basketball player Darius Miles to the Strip. Standridge says Miles left his gun in the backseat of Miller's car and got out. Around midnight, Standridge says Miles asked Miller to pick him up. While on the way, Miles texted Miller to bring him his gun, and Miller subsequently arrived, according to the attorney. He adds that Miller never got out of the car or interacted with anyone at the party, including homicide suspect Michael Davis or Cedric Johnson. Standridge says Miller's car was hit by gunfire and he quickly left the area, adding all of it was captured on video.
Oh, I didn't know about that part.
Now, the attorney said Miller is fully cooperating with police, even giving...
Okay, so one thing about this that I think they left out is not only because they said that the teammate told him, hey, bring the gun or whatever. He was actually already on his way to pick them up when he got that message. So it's believed, at least from what the attorney said, is that he didn't even see the message or anything like that. And also, if he didn't have any intent or he didn't know what was going on, even if he did bring a gun that was registered to the person that needed it, I don't think that's a crime. I mean, I'm not an attorney or anything, but I don't believe that's a crime. It has to be some type of intent where he knew what the gun was going to be used for. You know what I mean? So I don't know that. But even with that being said, I think it was in a like hoodie pocket or like a jacket pocket or something like that, or underneath the jacket. I don't know. He wasn't with them. He dropped them off at the nightclub. He left somewhere, came back to pick them up, got the message on his way there, and then, you know, the shooting occurred or whatnot. So I just think that sitting back, I think we need to just say, hey, maybe there's a possibility that he didn't have anything to do with it. And it might have just been a situation where you're in the wrong place, wrong time, hanging out with the wrong people. But even the people, I have to give him a little bit of a leeway there. Similar to Tyreek Evans, where it was his literal cousin, right? 16-year-old cousin. I mean, he was hanging out with his teammates. You know, it seems like it's a little bit more, says more about what's wrong with Alabama rather than what's wrong with Brandon Miller. I mean, gosh, they got some characters coming out. I mean, you got someone murdering a woman, and then you literally, you know, give us Josh Primo, and he does what he does. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because this is a huge talent, and I don't think that fans need to just like 110% say no, I don't want any parts of him because he was around a shooting. I know that he has a little bit more involvement than just being there, but you know, I think you should give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, and that's just those are my thoughts on the whole Brandon Miller thing. You know what I'm saying? I just think he needs a benefit of the doubt a little bit. That's all. That's all I'm saying. He reminds you of Paul George. What's this? Get your money, you deserve it. I do want to eventually see a little better shirt quality than Gil. Oh, that hurt. I like Gildan. I like Gildan a lot. That hurts. Hey, I get my money up. We get to that point. Hey, I'll do different shirts. I like Gildan. I think Gildan's a good brand. I have some Gildan shirts. I really like Romeo Langford and Mamu. Hope we can keep them. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. I think there was. Oh boy. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god, chat. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh no. As you guys know, Steven Jackson has some of the worst takes ever about everything. Like I can't think of any takes that he had and I was like, oh yeah, I agree with that. I mean, he is just the worst of the worst with takes. Never go to him for takes about anything. I mean, literally anything. You know, like nothing. Hey, what's the best brand of cheese? Do not ask him anything. So he had his own comments about the whole Ja Morant situation. As you guys know, I went over the Ja Morant stuff. I like Ja. Like I know some people like are really dogging him right now. I do like Ja. I hate that he's being dumb, but like I genuinely like him. And I thought that it was a W, him going to get counseling. I know some people are like, is it disingenuous? Is it? I don't know. Look, I think obviously like PR and the Memphis Grizzlies is telling him, hey, go get therapy, right? Like obviously, okay, because that's an image thing as well. It makes you look a little bit better, but that doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't need it. But Steven Jackson, he seems to believe that therapy isn't a thing. Like, I think he believes that mental health isn't a thing. Now, a little self-disclosure here. I am like, people think that I work, like YouTube is my main. No, I do work in the mental health field, right? So like seeing this, it's a little triggering. It's like, oh my God, like this is like, God, dude. I mean, just talk about stigma. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to what the great Steven Jackson has to say about mental health. Yeah, don't take any of this advice, by the way.
Check this out. I hate the fact that they made Ja feel like he needed to go talk to somebody or talk to somebody how to deal with his stress or ups and downs, right? When we got into the brawl and when I got into the show, they tried to make me talk to somebody. Now, the lady was cool. The lady was super cool. But I didn't talk to her about my problems. I damn sure didn't confide in her and say nothing about what I had going on. Nothing. Man, ain't nothing wrong with you, bro. You made a bad decision. You fucked up. Deal with it. But you don't need to talk to nobody, bro. Because whoever you talk to ain't gonna relate to what you got going on. They just somebody that's sitting there that's gonna give you an opinion about what they think you did. They ain't got no experience. Ain't nothing wrong with you, Ja. Just get back to playing basketball, dog. Fuck everybody.
See, even that, like, I think that's so, like, oh my God, like, I didn't even, yeah, I went, but I didn't even try. Like, oh, okay, like, he's so proud of it. It's like, what, like, it's not about because this is the thing too. People think that therapists are just like, you go in and they give you their opinion on your life. Not necessarily, man. I mean, it is a place for introspection. It's a place, a safe place for you to go in and voice out your concerns. It's a place for you to learn mindfulness. It's a place for you to thoughts and experiences that you've had. It's a place for you to grow as a person, and improve your mental health. I don't understand what he's trying to say here. Like, there's nothing wrong with you, bro. Just play basketball. Maybe it is. Maybe it is something he needs to talk about. I don't know. It's like, it's crazy to me. And Steven Jackson to just openly admit that he didn't give it a shot and like it's stupid. Like it's troublesome. It is, man. It's troublesome. And I just don't. You guys know I don't like Steven Jackson anyway. So this is like a biased take here. But it just seems like every single time he has something to say, it's always something dumb. Just always the worst take. Always. Every single time. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a bad take. And this is just one of those situations, man. I disagree. Now, if it was one of those situations where it was just a PR stunt or whatever, I get it, you know, that you have to do that, especially when you're a public figure. And what Ja did was absolutely wild, man, with all those people watching. It's wild to have that much that influence, that much power, that much money, and do that. It was dumb. It's like really dumb. And then even the stories coming out, I think there is probably an underlining issue here, dude. I mean, we're not just talking about him posing with a gun and smiling, right? Like, we're also talking about him allegedly jumping a like 17-year-old kid and then flashing his weapon. Or like another story of them at the, I think, Wolf Chase Mall in Memphis or something like that, and mom getting into it with somebody. He brings up like people to attack a security guard or something. Like, it's some wild stuff that's coming out. And then after all this stuff comes out, he gets on social media and flashes a gun. That's weird. There might be something wrong here, right? But man, the way that he just excused it so smugly and then says, oh yeah, I went, lady was cool, I didn't tell her anything. Okay, all right, congratulations. You gave yourself a disservice. Yeah, I mean, you did yourself a disservice here. I don't know. It's really strange. It's really weird. I don't know. I never liked Steven Jackson. Yes, facts. We all think it's hard to handle failures. Wait until you have to handle success at a young age in the public's eye. Yeah, dude, like, anyone can use it. Like, at the very least, you can go in and just have it as a place of introspection, you know? Like at the very least, just a little introspection, all right? Just understand yourself a little bit more. Everyone can use that, and sometimes you need a helping hand to do that. Like, I don't know what this notion is that, I mean, there's bad therapists out there, but I don't know this notion of like, you go in and then they just give you an opinion. That doesn't happen. I don't know. It's not just an opinion. It's a place, like a lot of therapists approach actually is, hey, you are the professional on your own life. You understand your life way better than I could ever understand it. Thus, you know the answers to your problems, but you're just not, you need to bring that out. You know, you need to find it and bring it out. You know what it is, but you need to, you know, be pushed a little bit. That's all it comes down to. But this right here is just stupid. Yeah, it's just stupid. Ruru says he condones stupid-ish, and Ja ain't even from the hood trying to do hood-ish, move around. Why you want to risk your career, rep, and livelihood and stupidity? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Someone else said, if you have a problem, you need every suggestion as how to solve them. It's up to you to pick the best solution or come up one yourself. Yeah, look, like I said, it could just be a place of introspection. It doesn't have to be anything else. Like, I don't know. It's just dumb. This is all dumb. And this irritates me. Ruru says something else. Idiot said the gun wasn't even his, so you know the NBA made the ish go away. Wait, really? Really? I'm just glad that Ja didn't have a gun on the plane, because that would have been done, right? It would have been over. That would have really sucked. Yeah. But anyways, those are my thoughts on it. I think Steven Jackson needs to, like, really get therapy. That's my conclusion. Steven Jackson needs therapy. I don't know. Yeah, that's my conclusion on that. The man needs therapy. All right. There was something else to talk about. I was gonna address something. Where is it? There was a question in particular that I wanted to go over, and I'm trying to find it here. Regardless of picks have, what are your predictions for next year, regardless of where we pick in the draft? Honestly, I think we'll still be outside of the, even if we got Wemby, I think we'll still be outside of the play-in next year. Let's see. Talk about Mamu. I really like him. We did a video on that. Where is it? I know I'm not crazy here. Update on Josh Primo. There is no update on Josh Primo. Oh wait, it was this one. What part of the Spurs offense needs to improve upon? So I want to talk to you guys about that, because it's so hard, because the team has looked so different. Like, the team has looked really different over the course of just the last few months, and playing wise too. But yeah, so what do we need to improve on? Let's see if we can look at our roster really quickly. So as we know, Bassey's out, but he'll be back probably next season, I would assume. Yeah, out for the season. Sorry, I didn't even know it was for the season till just now. But let's see. All right, so let's just look at every position, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. We'll go from bottom up, right? So starting with the center, I always said this, and I'm going to be very consistent with this. When it comes to centers in today's NBA, I don't necessarily think that it's a must. Does it help? Sure, it definitely helps, but I think that we can find a certain archetype for center and be perfectly fine. But with that being said, we do need a little bit more rim presence. So if the Spurs can manage to get like a defensive big man, it's some shape or fashion, if they can manage to do that, I think that'd be pretty nice. There's one player in particular that's going to be in this draft, and I feel like if the Spurs were to have to land like 6 or 7, I might go with them. Let's see. Clan Amir also, or oh God, I can never say his name. The Thompson twins or Miller. No, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'll do that in a different video, off stream. But no, there's let me see. Let me look him up. I can't remember his name right now. Let's do NBA prospects 2023 because nobody in the chat's even helping me. What's his name? Because is he a center? Let's see. I think he's a center. Let's see. Where is he? There's Brandon Miller. There's Thompson. Oh, there he is. Yep, Walker. Walker here. He's a power forward, but he's a defensive power forward. He plays very good defense. So that was one guy that I was kind of looking at, and I was like, well, if you had to land like 6 or 7 and he's the best available, I'll probably roll with that. Let's see. Houston are impressive already, has the power and body to match up against current NBA stars. The little playmaking he does show in the ball. But you know, one thing that I have seen is that defensively he's there. So I think that will be pretty nice. So first and foremost, we do need rim protection. I wouldn't necessarily go all out, but hey, if he's the best available in the draft, I think that's fine, or taking someone like that. I'm not huge on that, but at the same time, it's perfectly fine. You see, but he will be a power forward, but as today's NBA is kind of muddy, right? As far as our power forward position, I think we're pretty doggone strong, man. I mean, you look at Jeremy Sohan, who's obviously versatile, and they can even move him to point guard at times. But him at power forward, good. We're solid. Don Barlow, I think he's going to be much better in the coming seasons. You know, give him just a few seasons. He's going to be pretty doggone good. But yeah, and your boy Mamu, yeah, I absolutely love him. Okay, I think he's already earned a spot. So yeah, so that's how I feel about it. Let's see. CTT says Walker. I love Walker as a project, especially on the defensive end. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think as far as like rim protection or whatnot, like I think he'll be a good, solid piece at that. All right, so power forward, I think that we're pretty comfortable. Walker would be a power forward, but you can move people to center. The NBA is complicated, right? So as far as big men, I just say this: power forward, center, doesn't matter who. We need defensive presence in the paint. I mean, we just don't necessarily have it that well. As far as small forward, I'm not huge. I'm not huge on Keldon. I'll just be honest with you guys. I think it's so hard for me to like say with definitive answer like, oh, I would trade Keldon, because I've seen that a lot too recently. Because the thing is, we loved Keldon Johnson last season. Has he changed that much of a player? No. The only thing that's changed is his role. I think that Spurs fans had too high expectations for Keldon Johnson. I said this over and over again, and like people got really angry with me about it. Keldon Johnson is not that great of like a player when it comes to like being a star or having to lead a team. He's not. He's a role player, and I've always said that. There's two things offensively that he does well, and sometimes one of those he doesn't do well, but that's catch and shoot and drive to the basket. That's it. And that's fine, but he's going to look much better when it's a star that's getting most of the attention and he can knock down some easy threes, you know what I mean? Keldon to 6. I think that's cool too if you move Keldon to 6. But yeah, anyways, small forward position, I do think that we probably need to add we need to add a small forward for sure. Shooting guards, I'm pretty comfortable, and I'm pretty comfortable with Devin Vassell alone, to be real with you. I think he's a really good shooter. He just is, and he's gotten better and better at creating his own shot that I wasn't expecting it to get to this point. But there's many occasions, even after the surgery and him coming back, he looks pretty impressive. So I think we're comfortable small forward. Power forward, we need one. Big man, we just need rim presence. And then point guard, I think that's the big one where everyone was like, what about point guard? We definitely need a point. Point guards aren't necessarily how they used to be, where it's just someone whose like traditional role is to facilitate for all his teammates, right? I don't think Trey Jones, I think he'll be fine as like a backup point guard or whatnot, but I don't think you'll need a Trey Jones type player necessarily. I see the Spurs, I think it kind of depends, right? If the Spurs were to draft Wembanyama, I would not be surprised at all if Wemby went to power forward or small forward or something like weird like that, and then you move Jeremy Sohan to point guard or something. Like, I would not be surprised by that at all if you get Wemby. But then if you get Scoot, all right, you already fit the point guard position. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, Clan, any news on Kimber? I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But yeah. So overall, look, I said it once, I'll say it again. Point guard, yes, you do need one. Shooting guard, no, I think I'm pretty comfortable there. Small forward, you need one, and you need rim protection as far as a big. Those are my thoughts on it. Hey, segue. This wasn't even like a segue. Look, Clan the Merch fan, support the channel. Support the channel. All right, done with that segment. I think that was a pretty good question. I saw that earlier and I just wanted to talk about it. How many segments have we went over today? We talked about Steven Jackson. We talked about Mamu. We talked about... Oh, there was something else I want to talk about. This will be the last thing though. See if I can find it. Isn't this a dope edit? That's dope. See if we can find it. The Tim Duncan disrespect needs to stop. Who said something about Tim Duncan? Someone said something about Tim Duncan? Who said something about Tim Duncan? Whoever said something, I don't agree. Whatever they said. All right, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I'm just skipping right over it. Yeah, this. I thought this was interesting. So, apparently, and I really love this team, and this just comes down to how the San Antonio Spurs pick the players that's going to be on their squad. But I absolutely love this. So, Devontae Graham popped into the room as Blake Wesley was at the podium and stared at Blake. "Did you tell him?" he asked. And then Blake said, "Oh, my headband was too high during timeout. Devontae told me to pull it down. Then I got that layup." And he said, "I was the reason," Graham said. So if you don't know, Blake Wesley made like a really clutch layup in one of the games. And apparently, yeah, Graham helped him out with that. But I didn't take this as just a, oh, it was just friendly banter or whatever. I'm just really impressed by the Spurs. I think that and this might just be a bad way of putting it, but it just seems like the vibe has been so much better this season that it's been in the last few seasons. And I'm not saying like DeMar DeRozan or LA were toxic or anything. I am saying that I think DeJounte Murray was a little toxic. That's just me though. He usually has his teammates back, but God, it was so many occasions where in the fourth quarter, people getting hot and he does not pass it in their direction at all. But I digress, okay? But this right here, I just love it, all right? It seems like this is happening more and more where we're definitely seeing this connection. Now, as far as like who's the main glue guy that keeps all this together, with Patty Mills being gone, I think that most of us will agree that it is Jeremy Sohan. And as years goes on, we're going to see that more and more because he absolutely loves his teammates. He brings it together. But man, the vibes with this team just seems right, doesn't it? It just seems right. Ruru says, yes, Graham and Wesley are vibes. There's a clip of him saying it on the court. Oh, really? I don't have the clip. But I believe you. I believe you. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to talk about that. Before we get out of here, it said, Clan, did you see the win percentage of the Kings this season and Tim Duncan's career on ESPN? No. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, yeah. Another plug. Oops, sorry. Another plug. You guys want support? Here. Support. ClanTheMerchFan.com if you want to support. Arenas was worse than Jackson. Yeah, he was. He's terrible. He's terrible. Just terrible. Jaylen Brown will be perfect if Boston screws up. True. All right, I don't think there's much else to talk about, guys. I feel like I hit everything. You called it Spurs should win about 20 games. They're at 19. Was that my prediction before the season started? I mean, I expected. There was a few people that actually said the Spurs would be good this season. It's like, what? Like, some people were like, they'll be 500. And I'm like, how? I think it just comes down to the belief in Keldon Johnson that gets way out, that got way out of whack. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's not. But man, it got out of whack. Man, it was wild. People went so far with it. The perception of him is just too much sometimes. I think I would take Brandon Miller over Scoot Henderson at number 2. I think I would too. M-Easy, are we agreeing today? Yeah, it's weird. CTC and M-Easy, we usually don't agree. I feel like we're agreeing a lot. I feel like I would take Brandon Miller. I don't know. It's tough. It's like if someone said Brandon Miller over Scoot, I wouldn't be angry, like at all. But Scoot is good. Do you feel like Romeo could probably get a starting spot next season? Nah. Okay, so the chat is asking me about Romeo Langford a lot, okay? So I didn't even know Romeo Langford. I mean, I've been watching these games. I didn't even know he's been like going off, because I'm telling you, it seems like everyone in the chat is like trying to get me to talk about Romeo Langford. Okay, against... Man, my cat is really... She's snoring hard. What do you guys... Okay, let me say this, okay? Eye test tells me he's a solid player, okay? He is a solid role player. That's what he is. He's a solid role player. I'm okay with that. Very similar to Keldon in that he's a solid role player. And he's a good defender as well, right? But man, I don't understand why I'm getting that so much today. I understood the Mamu stuff where it's like, oh, this is a surprise or whatever. But there's nothing that Romeo Langford has done this season. I mean, well, I'll say since like December that I'm like blown away by. So it's really confusing me. How come I'm getting so many things? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely think he could start. Like, what, you know, someone asked, like, do I think he can start? Yeah, I definitely think he could start. But at the same time, man, I don't know what people really expecting. He's just a really good role player. Keldon's shooting is regressing. He needs more offensive weapons in his wheel bag. Got to work on that mid-range and fadeaway. Keldon's shooting, yeah, I agree with you. He needs more offensive weapons. He just needs a star next to him. That's it. And he'll be fine. He just needs a star next to him. He needs someone that can bring players or draw in more players so he can do what he does well. He's a good catch and shooter. Not the best this season, but typically that's what he's good at. And he's good at a drive to the basket. He's good at bringing energy. He's a solid role player, and if he has a star next to him, he'll look much better. And that's just the reality. But this season, he and Popovich had the mind state of this is your team, right? And it has to be, right? Who else team is it going to be? It was going to be Keldon Johnson's team. But with that being said, he's not a star. I mean, I would even say right now, like as far as like pure talent, I would say that there's a few guys I like over Keldon, or a few guys that I project to be much better than Keldon. And that's like Malachi Branham, Jeremy Sohan. I don't know if I'm ready to say Blake Wesley yet. I think most Spurs fans would. But yeah, those two in particular, I think they're already going to be like better than them, you know? So does that mean? It might be. But I like Keldon. People were debating on Twitter if Pop will call it quits after the season. Apparently our last home game is in Austin. Who knows? I don't even think, it's probably one of those things Pop doesn't even know. Who knows? But sorry, got a little off topic here. Yeah, Romeo, look, eye test, he's a solid player. You put him in, he can guard the best player on another team, not lock them down, but yeah, he'll stay in front of you, right? He'll make the right moves. He's an opportunist. You give him a little bit of light and he'll make some really good shots. So overall, I like him. Okay, I think he's a good player, but I just don't understand. Everyone asked me to talk about him because there was this too. Let me see, because wasn't there a question on here too about Romeo? Yeah, can you talk? And someone liked it. I like it too. And give you a heart. Can you talk about Romeo for a little bit? Yeah, everyone has asked me to talk about Romeo Langford. I don't know. I get it on Twitter. I get it on YouTube. And then, yeah, I don't know. He's good. I like him, but that's all I really gotta say. Once again, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. 25. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. I wonder if Pop is first ballot Hall of Fame, and if he gets inducted, does that change his perspective? He's first ballot. Definitely first ballot. All right, I'll leave it to the chat. Any other topics you want to talk about before I get out of here? Go Spurs Go isn't a topic, Ruru. Let me see something. Do you think someday they will put a statue of Manu or Tim or Pop outside the AT&T Center? It is so weird. It is so weird that Tim Duncan doesn't have a statue. That is so weird. That seems wrong. That just seems wrong. It just seems so disrespectful, doesn't it? It just seems off. Like, how does he not get a statue? That's so weird. That is so weird, right? Because Tim Duncan doesn't have a statue. I'm not from San Antonio, but he doesn't have one, right? It just doesn't make sense. Does it take some time to get clearance for things like that? I mean, I know they just did Dirk's, and Dirk retired before Duncan, right? When did Dirk retire? Know about the AT&T Center? Nothing outside AT&T Center. I don't even. All right, this is gonna be a controversial take. Okay. All right, so it's absolutely wild that Tim Duncan doesn't have a statue, okay? Especially if your boy Dirk gets one. But like I said, he retired before. Pretty sure he retired after. No. Are you serious? He did. He retired in 2019 and he got a statue before Duncan? How is this possible? His statue's awesome, by the way. Hold on, I'll bring it up to you for you guys. Look at that. How does he get one before Duncan? Okay, this is going to be a controversial take, all right? You guys are going to hate me. You're going to hate me for this, all right? A couple things. I'm not from San Antonio, all right? And you know I'm not from San Antonio. But I've been to San Antonio, and I've been to the AT&T Center. And I'm going to say with a lot of confidence, okay? I do not like the AT&T Center. I don't think it's that great. I don't like the location. This like a pet peeve of mine. I don't like going to arenas, and I don't think that it's good food there. Like, it's just not. I've been to quite a few arenas. FedEx Forum by far is the best. I mean, by far the best. FedEx Forum is by far the best. And you don't know what FedEx Forum, that's Memphis, the Grizzlies. So much great food, great arena, great location, just perfect. But like the Spurs, I hate it. What do you mean Spurs ownership doesn't print money like that? To make a statue? They don't have enough money for a statue? I wonder if we can look up how much Dirk Nowitzki's statue was. Oh my God. I hate paywalls. Oh my God. Can we see the cost of it? They have money for a statue. I don't want to hear that, by the way. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. It's just dumb. I just don't see... There's no excuse for him to have one and Duncan doesn't. Like, people, like in the chat, you guys were like, you think Manu and Pop will eventually? Well, Duncan got to get one first. Manu is not getting one over Duncan, nor is Pop. Duncan has to get one first. Also, what would the statue be? I would just have Duncan like holding on to the basketball. Kind of like this merch right here, like that. Just holding on to the basketball like that, like merch. I wonder where you can find. Oh, you can find it at clanthemerchfan.com. Yeah, like something like this. Yeah, but like, I think that's what I would go with. Oh, sorry. Let's see. The location is horrible. They never should have left the Riverwalk. Dude, 18. Like, okay, like I said, I'm not from San Antonio, but AT&T Center where it's located is so lame. Like, if we hold on, let's bring up AT&T Center overview, maybe. I'm trying to find some images. No, maybe we just go to maps. Yeah, look at this. What is this? This is where the AT&T Center is. Can we get... Let's get a satellite view. Look at this. This is where it's at. What's around it? What is this? Oh, you can go to Texas Burger. What is this? Oh, there's a Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park, by the way. Favorite band. Isn't it stupid? There's nothing here. What fun is that? Like, first you go out of your way to get there, and then it's like just nothing. It's just empty. Just absolutely empty. I hate where it's located. It's dumb. The closest thing that for entertainment is a Starbucks. That's terrible. I don't get it. And I'm not even like a nightlife type person, right? Like I'm not like after I go to a basketball game or whatnot, I go straight home. Like I'm not, you know, but it is an atmospheric thing too, you know? There's a HEB down the street. Thank you. Thanks, T Gunk. There's a there's a HEB. So, actually, where is the HEB? Hold on. Search this area. Wait. No, I'm looking for. All right, hold on. HEB. Search this area, please. Where are you? Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Oh no, there's a few. Yeah, it is one. Look at that. Not that far. It's a supermarket right down the street. Just a couple blocks. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what their idea was here. Do something with this space. Good God. It's terrible. Just terrible. They have a rodeo next door. Wow. I hate it. It's stupid. You don't have a statue for Duncan. Look, they need to, like, that's where like a lot of fans are like, oh my God, are they gonna go to Atlanta? They need to go somewhere. I mean, stay in San Antonio, but go somewhere. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Would Austin be better? No, I say some controversial things. I won't say that. I think so. No, not Austin. There's too much culture here. That's true too. It would definitely be a cultural shift. Do you like San Antonio as a city? Yeah. I like San Antonio. I think it's chill. I absolutely love the Riverwalk. I love the mall. That was like my favorite thing to do when I would go to San Antonio. Was the mall next to the Riverwalk? What is? What's it called? Funny enough, River Center. Is that it? Funny enough, yeah, dude, I love this. I love it. I love going in there. I actually went to a store, and this was back in high school. Or was it high school or middle school? The Spurs were really, this was like 2012, so it might have been middle school. No, it wasn't 2012. I think it was 2011. 2011, 2010. I don't know. Middle school, high school, I don't know. They blend in with each other. Okay, but I remember going to one of the stores, and the Spurs were going against the Celtics. And unfortunately, I came in like 10 minutes late because they had said that Ray Allen was there and he had just left. I was like, oh. But yeah, no, I love it. I love this. Okay, I do like San Antonio. This is so much fun. Like going down there. Yeah, but the mall is my thing. I love that mall. I guess it's just the location that I just like the vibes. Last time I went there, went to a comedy show, and it was taking place in the mall. Yeah, I like the mall. So yeah, I like San Antonio. A River Center, that's my favorite part too. It's fun. The mall is fun. The Hemisphere Arena was regarded as one of the best venues in the league. It's BS they left downtown. Hemisphere Arena. Spurs. Where is it located? This is, what year is this? It's 2014. That's such a pretty arena. So this was the spot, huh? What is this right here? Were they just there for this part of the year, or I'm not super like you guys know, I'm not from San Antonio, so I'm not super familiar with all this, but is that, no, that looks like is that permanent? Is that still there? What is this? That's the carnival. Oh, so they like come and leave. Why is Ja wearing a mask? So they don't identify him. So his ops don't identify him. Ruru. Baseball stadium, we getting a pro team in the MLB. Oh. They should have never have moved out of the Alamo Dome. Okay, all right, another controversial take, okay? Watching that Alamo game this season, yeah, I would not want to be in there. Arenas in today's NBA just aren't like that. You know, a bad seat in an arena in the NBA still isn't terrible, you know? I mean, I was looking at some of the footage that people were taking at this previous Alamo Dome game. Man, the team looked like ants. Like if I went to like an AT&T Center, I think I had nosebleeds the last time I went, and like I could still like see the game decently well. Like the same thing at FedEx Forum. Like you get a bad seat, it's not a great seat, but you can still see. All right, you don't need binoculars, dude. Alamo Dome, man, I was like, good God, like can't see anything. Okay, the Hemisphere Arena was directly connected to the Riverwalk. Okay, let me see. I mean, I literally can't find it. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, is this it? 1976. That's not it, is it? What is that? You guys are teaching me. I have no idea. Hold on. Hemisphere Arena. Riverwalk. Oh, dude, I've never seen this. Is this it? Oh, wait, no. That's still there, right? Okay, I'm so confused. Was this it? How long ago is this? Is this what it is now? I've been over here. '93 was the last year in the Hemisphere Arena. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. Charles Bassey made the shot over Robinson in '93 in the Hemisphere Arena. Okay, I wouldn't have known that. By Tower of Americas. Okay. Hemisphere Arena was around Tower of the Americas. Okay. Did they they didn't demolish it or anything, right? Because I've been, like what I just showed, I've been there. Oh, it is demolished. Okay, so what I was looking at wasn't it? Why is this so hard to find? Okay, it's just this thing, right? It's just this. That does look like it's a good area. Okay, so that's what it is, right? It's just this. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't have known this. Oh, that looks cool. If it like loads up. That's kind of cool. So what's there now? Was it open like this, or this was them building it? Because that's even cool. Well, you can't do that in the NBA. Wouldn't that be wild? Like if the NBA like did it like football, like you open up the top. It's not demolished. It's still there. Okay. No, it's been renovated. Oh, so they can go back there if they wanted to. Is this it? Yeah, yeah. So this is a circus in that arena, right? That's kind of cool. I like how it looks. It doesn't seem like you will be able to fit a lot of people in there. Is that why they moved? Because it just doesn't seem like you will fit many people. But man, oh man, you'll be right there near the action. Is that right? It was louder than AT&T Center. I mean, I don't like the AT&T Center. Yeah, I think it was attendance was rising and they needed more capacity. It was too small for a modern franchise. Oh, okay. But the environment was 1,000 times better. Well, I would assume it would be. I would assume that the environment would be way better. I mean, it's like nobody, like it's more intimate, you know? And then you have to like, I don't know. I mean, if they did this now, dude, no telling how much the seats will cost. Talk to you later, man. Keep making cool shirts. Thank you. You mean like this one? Yeah. If you guys want to support, please do. Clanthemerchfan.com or become a patron, a YouTube member. Only $2 per month. That looks nice though. I mean, because these seats right here, dude, like in a modern stadium, like you see even the top right there. I mean, you're looking at 150, right? How close they are. You're in the hundreds. No suites or luxury boxes. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I would assume. But I mean, you can always build that in. But there's only so many people that you'll be able to fit in there. So I like it. I like it more than the Alamo Dome. And way more than AT&T Center. It's more of a theater, plays, small concerts. It's also connected to a huge hotel and condo. Oh, okay, okay. The hemisphere is where the baseline bums rose to fame. Opposing teams hated them. On YouTube, watch Spurs versus Bulls 93, Hemisphere Arena. You can see for yourself. I'm gonna watch it, but I can't show it. Spurs, Bulls 93, Sphere. Oh, sorry. They're not really showing the crowd much. What is that logo in the middle? Oh man, people losing it. That's pretty hype. All right, guys, I'm getting off. it was nice. We were on for 1 hour and 40, but I think it's time to go. We talked about a lot of different things. Yeah. Night Clan. Yeah. Good night. I'll get with you guys later. Like I always say, if you want to support Clan the Merch Fan, please. It means a lot to me. And that's kind of what gets me to like keep doing what I do is the merch sales and all that good stuff. So if you guys can support, please do. But anyways, I'll get with you later, man. You like the new Sohan shirt? Thanks, man. Great chatting, Clan. Have a great night. Goes where you go. Yeah, I'll get with you guys later. Wait, before we go, let's see how the Spurs are doing. Make sure we're losing. Oh. Okay. As expected, I guess. Okay. All right, guys.